bad boy.
G'day guys, in this video just going to go through an alternate way to flush your power steering fluid using a suction syringe or an extractor pump and just topping it up after running it through the system a few times. The alternate way of doing it is disconnecting your power steering lines from underneath. This way isn't a complete bleed, it's more just pumping a bit through the system, taking a bit out and topping up with fresh oil. It's a good little maintenance step to stay on top of it without having to do a full flush. So basically what we'll be doing is sucking what we can out of the reservoir with a syringe. We'll be turning the car on, going full lock both ways to pump the new oil through the pump and get some of the old oil mixed with the new oil in the reservoir, and then we just repeat the process as many times as we want. I get about 300 to 400 ml out each time using the syringe. So this isn't as complete a flush as it would be if you disconnected the actual lines from underneath, but in theory you can do it a little bit quicker and it's a little bit cleaner. Okay, so on the front right side of the car, we've got the power steering reservoir here. There's a little picture of a steering wheel on it. All we're going to do is take all the liquid out, fill it with new liquid, and then we're going to switch the car on, go full lock both sides a couple of times. That'll just pump all the power steering fluid through the lines and through the pump itself, and it'll be mixed with the new fluid in the reservoir. And then you can do this as many times as you want, and then you just keep repeating that process until this is diluted enough to represent basically brand new oil. So it's up to you how many times you do it. I'm probably only going to do it once or twice. So if you do this more often, you don't have to go through as many cycles. If it's been a long time since it's been done or it's never been done, then you might want to do this 3 or 4 times. Okay, so we can see here that we get about 80% of the available oil out using this method. So you won't get as much out as you do if you disconnect the lines. It's just a lot cleaner. Now this is just a maintenance step, it's not a full flush and bleed. So now we'll top that up, turn the car on, and we'll go lock to lock. So I'll leave the cap off here as I turn the car on and go lock to lock, just in case there has been any air in the system. Even though we didn't completely drain it, there could have been air introduced into the lines. So I'll leave the cap off, and this should be able to bleed out any air in the system. That's one flush. Now we just go again. You do this as many times as you want. We're just using automatic transmission fluid here. There you go guys, there's one way to do your power steering fluid. I ended up doing it about 4 times and it started to look a lot clearer as I was extracting it, and that was enough for me. It's just something I wanted to stay on top of. I didn't really need to flush the whole system. It's a good way to introduce new oil and keep everything clean in there. Show you is disconnecting your power